Hey everybody, welcome back to Cat in the Kitchen. It's been a long time. I'm always in the kitchen, but I just don't always have time to record. So today we are doing a pot roast. A yummy pot roast. This is the only one I can afford, but I got the certified Angus beef bottom round roast boneless. It was about $12. And that's the size of it, not very large, mind you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this open, and I'm going to put some salt and pepper on it, put a little bit of that flour on it, so when I put it into the crock pot, it will be able to thicken up a little bit. On the stove is some caramelized onions already, and a little bit of olive oil, and some mushrooms I'm adding in. Now, I get these things at my store, and it's something gourmet. I don't know the rest of it. And it's just a pouch, and it has all the seasonings already in it. A lot of sodium, but if you don't have time to make your own broth or your own stock or anything, this is great to start with. So that's a little bit of the label right there. So I have already sliced my carrots. I haven't cut them yet. I have this on the stove warming because what I used to do is put everything in there cold, and it takes so long to get started. So what you need to do is have everything hot and going besides the carrots and potatoes, like the mushrooms and the onions, and you need to, I always forget the name of it, you got to sear your beef to keep all the juices in so that when it breaks apart, it's just going to come out really, really nice. So let me just head back to the stove for 1 second. I'll be good. Put that mouse away. Now we're going to need some flour and some salt and pepper, and I'm not prepared. I am not prepared today, guys, at all. Okay. If you want to put this on a plate, you can, just so you don't get your counter all messy. But I'm just going to take this, and that's what it is. I am going to save the label because if it's like really nice and yummy, I'm going to want to remember what it was. So I am going to trim some fat off. I know that the fat is what gives it all the flavor. No, I'm satisfied with that. I can cut it all off, but we do need some with it. So I'm going to take the salt and liberally salt it on all sides. Okay. I don't want to do too much because if you use that packet, it has a lot of sodium in it. Okay. Liberally pepper it as well. And then I'm going to put some all-purpose flour on there, not that much. And it's called, what is it called? Smacking the meat in, smacking the flour in, or something like that. And when you have all this nice yummy flour on it, that's going to, number one, it's going to keep the sear. Number two, it's going to thicken. It's going to thicken the sauce that's going to be in the crock pot. Okay, so being that, oh, forgot that part, forgot the butt. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in my pan right now. You hear that sizzling in the background? That is the roast searing on each side. I'm sorry, I got this little cute this cute cutting board. Thought it was so cute, and then I realized that it was glass, and steel on glass does not make such a beautiful sound. Make sure you wash these beforehand because people do dig these out of the ground. So Again, I'm not going to have to, condensation is the word I was trying to think. The heat is already allowing for condensation in the dish from the heat of the onions and the mushrooms. Now I'm just going to chop a few carrots. Okay, actually what I like to do is I just like to do it all at once instead of having to come back a few different times. I know they're small. I wish I had larger ones. It seems like in the store the larger ones you can buy, but they're usually the 2-pound bag, and the smaller ones are in the 1-pound bag or less. Just a tip on baby carrots. I just heard that that is not good because they take the ends of the carrots and then they put them through, kind of like how they do like the end of pig stuff for the bologna or other things. So just, you know, you can obviously check it out for yourself. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling my words today. That just kind of rolled onto the floor. Just check it out for yourself. And yeah. Let me just stop for 1 second. I hear it searing. And I'm going to have to turn it on to a different side. It has 2 more sides to go. Ah, watch your finger. This is a sharp knife. This glass cutting board does not help. All you need to do is pick up the end of your knife and put it down. That's it. You don't have to do the sawing motion, the zigzag motion. The end of the knife is very, very sharp, and that's where the most blunt pressure is. So you just pick up your knife and then you move the carrot through with your other hand, or any other vegetable through with your other hand. And that is all. I'm running out of room, so let me just toss this in the crock pot. As soon as I get some of this heat in there, more heat, then I will turn it up. Actually, you know what? Okay. I'm going to just put this back on for a second and I'll show you. So you take that packet. It tells you on the back of the packet just to pour everything in. But if you pour everything in before it gets nice and hot, it's going to take a long time to get started. It might take up to maybe 8 to 10 hours to cook. If you just throw everything in. But if you kind of heat everything up beforehand and then throw it into the crock pot, then the cook time is going to be a lot less. So if you don't know how to just, you pick the edge of the knife up, chop it, move it down. That's all you have to do. Some people do a zigzag motion. I think that just causes things to go a lot slower with a zigzag motion. Okay, I'm going to put this right here that was just boiling. It's in a good state right here. Now, if you want to add any other flavors in right now, you can before you put the steak in. But I'm just going to take this goodness, it's a thick beef broth, and pour it all the way in. I might add a little bit of water later, maybe a little bit of flour. put a little bit of flour in right now before the steak comes in. That way that this can thicken. It might not thicken right now, but it will thicken and dissolve through the next 3 to 4 hours of cooking. I think I'm going to put a little bit more flour in there. That's pretty funny that the carrots stayed on the bottom and the celery and the mushrooms and a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I like mine really thick, like I'm not, like I'm eating just like a kind of like a gumbo. And I know this looks bad right now, but within the next couple hours, it's gonna just dissolve and get so thick and rich and nice. And here comes the steak in a few seconds. You just move this back a little bit and close this until to keep that nice heat in there, okay? Okay, this is the steak right here. This is pretty hot. And I guess if you wanted to, you could have cut it in half and then seared everything. But every single side has that right there. You can see that coloring right there is a nice crisp coloring. Has a nice sear to it. And that's what you really need before you put this into your crock pot. So, being that it is whole right now, and I did not cut it in half, I'm going to put it in whole. So that all the vegetables and everything just cook on the bottom. This is already seared on the outside, and then that way, oh my gosh, look at that. I might have to turn it onto its side so it can get just a little bit more. Oh my gosh. I'll add some water later, but I'm just going to let it cook right there. And that, oh my goodness, I want to eat it now. So let's just keep that on there. And periodically kind of turn it around and just mix up the vegetables in the bottom so they don't stay there. And I'm going to take a break. So that is... you might not have seen everything being done, but I will tell you exactly what I did. And I at least told you through going back and forth to the stove. It's kind of like about an hour of mayhem. Just get everything out and clean everything and chop everything and cook everything. And you might need different pans to cook. One pan with the mushrooms and the onions. Another pan or another pot to cook like a broth and get that all hot. And another pan again, which could be the same one with the mushrooms if you get it done quick enough, and put it in the pot. Then you can sear your steak right on top of all the flavors that was in the mushrooms and onions. So looks so good. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will come back with you later. Yay, 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 yay. Bye, everybody. Okay, everybody, I'm back. It's about 7:30 at the end of the day. I let it cook just a little bit longer. It is fall apart ready. Now I started at 2 o'clock, so that's why it's so late. But if you start around maybe like 10 o'clock, then you can eat hopefully by 5. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna bring y'all down here so you can see this. And wow, about, I would say, an hour ago, it wasn't getting very thick. It was still more like a brothy kind of sauce. I took a lot of the juices out of here and I put it in a pot, And I put it on the stove, and I put about a cup of flour in, and it thickened it up very well. Now, it's going to be more like a gravy. So you can take your fork and put it in and twist it a little bit, and this is just, it falls apart. It is just so beautiful. It is just so awesome. So let's just get a piece of meat. Not a big huge piece. I think the one I had is just awesome. Now, if you didn't put your potatoes in here like I didn't, you could make yourself some, I don't know if you have any, what's it called, instant potato mix or anything like that. I just need to come in alongside here and get some carrots and some mushrooms and some celery, all that good stuff. Or even if you just want to leave the potatoes out, if you're doing like a no carb meal or low carb meal. And let me see. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, now we can look at that. That looks so good, doesn't it? You can even see the steam rising up from it. And you just put your fork in there, it just breaks apart so nicely. Now, I think that I didn't get all that much juice in there, so I'm going to go back and get myself a little bit of juice in there. So, look at that. That just falls right off. Wow, that is just, I'm going to taste a little bit. Okay, hold on one second. I am the Christian baker, so I can't not say grace before I eat this beautiful, beautiful meal. Thank you, Father God, for this food that you've given me. I bless it to my body, and I pray that it's going to be nice and warm in this very cold, cold night. So thank you, Lord, for giving me the money to make all these things and to make a wonderful, wonderful pot roast for myself. Wait to oh my gosh, just so good. I can't. Hold on, I need a little bit of everything, you know that. Need a little bit of the steak, and a little bit of the beef, a little bit of carrot, a little bit of mushroom, if I can get it on top of there. That is so good. That is like mom's pot roast, you know, or grandma's pot roast, or whoever's pot roast you like in your life, and it's just gonna go and settle right into the center of your stomach and make you warm on such a cold night, and it's so it's funny how we have everything at our fingertips that we can do, and often we get lost in life and we start doing the frozen pizzas and the frozen waffles and the frozen everything else. We forget that, you know, to make a good, nice, home-cooked meal for your loved ones. And those carrots are on, especially in the gravy of the meat. Okay, I'm gonna eat. And you're gonna go make this because it's really, really good. You know what? Let me just try one of the pieces of celery by itself. I didn't try that yet. A quote from my mom. My mom said, "You have no idea how much celery gives flavor to any dish," and it really does. Bye. Gotta go eat. Love you guys. See you next time in the kitchen with Kat. God bless y'all. Bye.